Archangel Michael says, the moment you opened this message, a wave of divine light began surrounding you. What you are about to read is not coincidence but a spiritual revelation sent to rescue your heart from chains you cannot see. A man who carries pure love for you has been bound in silence by hands that work in darkness. His every attempt to reach you is met with invisible barriers. He writes words for you but they are torn away before you can read them. He dreams of holding you, yet every step closer is blocked by evil forces determined to keep your souls apart. Archangel Michael says, heaven has witnessed the cruelty behind this silence. These evil hands do not merely stop his words, they suffocate his spirit, making him believe he is unworthy of standing beside you. They thrive on keeping you in loneliness, unaware of the love meant to bless your life. But today, as you listen to this message, divine swords are being drawn. Heavenly hosts have surrounded this man, whispering courage into his soul, breaking chains forged by jealousy and deception. A supernatural intervention has begun. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The silence you feel around your heart has not been born from his neglect. It is a silence crafted in darkness, planted by those who envy your destined happiness. These forces know that together, you and this man would shine with divine light that cannot be dimmed. There were nights he stood beneath the stars, calling your name in prayer, yet the winds carried it away before it reached you. There were mornings he hoped to see your message, but the wicked hands erased every path toward connection. The pain in his chest has been unbearable, yet his love has never died. Heaven has declared enough is enough. Angelic armies are now stationed around his home, guarding his spirit from whispers of despair. The evil that silenced him is trembling, knowing divine judgment has arrived. Archangel Michael says, you were never forgotten. Even in silence, his heart has been calling to yours, a sound only heaven could hear until now. Soon, you will witness the truth hidden for so long. Type Amen to get blessing 747. The chains of silence are cracking. In unseen realms, every lie spoken against this love is being burned away by heavenly fire. Every wall built to keep him away is falling, brick by brick, under the command of celestial warriors. In the quiet of his room tonight, his hands will no longer tremble with fear. Strength is flooding his soul, urging him to speak, to rise, to fight for the bond that evil tried to destroy. Heaven is touching his lips with divine courage, preparing him to confess everything kept in darkness. Archangel Michael says, this is not just about romance, it is a divine alignment of two hearts chosen to heal, to bring light into a broken world. This connection was written before your first breath, and no evil hand can rewrite what God has sealed. A supernatural sign is coming. You will notice unusual warmth when thinking of him, dreams carrying his face, and sudden moments where your heart pounds without explanation. These are not coincidences but divine signals that heaven's intervention is unfolding. Type Amen to get blessing 528. Even now, those who try to silence him are restless. They feel their grip loosening, knowing divine justice cannot be stopped. They plotted in secret, but every whisper has been heard in heaven's court, and every scheme is being overturned. This man has been under spiritual attack, his words twisted, his intentions poisoned by lies. Yet, his love has remained untouched, shining like gold refined in fire. Heaven rejoices, for the appointed time of breakthrough has come. In the coming days, you will sense movement in the unseen. Barriers that felt unshakable will suddenly vanish. Messages long blocked will begin to reach you. Encounters that were delayed will unfold as if orchestrated by unseen hands guiding your steps. Archangel Michael says, the moment of divine reunion is near. The silence will break like thunder after a storm, and truth will flood your life with light that darkness can never swallow again. Type Amen to get blessing 919. From this day forward, every force that conspired against this love is being stripped of power. What was hidden is being revealed, what was stolen is being returned, and what was silenced will speak louder than ever. Heaven is weaving a path for this man to approach you openly. Every word he longed to say will flow like a river, unstoppable, cleansing away the pain of waiting. You will see the raw, trembling love in his eyes, knowing that only divine intervention made this possible. The angels are already rejoicing for you. They see beyond this moment of reading. They see the day when both of you stand hand in hand, free from every dark chain. This is not a dream, it is prophecy now unfolding. Archangel Michael says, prepare your heart. Do not let fear or doubt blind you when signs begin to manifest. Trust that heaven has taken control, and no evil hand can silence what is divinely ordained. Type Amen to get blessing 606. You will begin to notice shifts around you. Unexpected encounters, strange moments of déjà vu, people mentioning his name without knowing why. These are divine breadcrumbs leading you toward the destiny that darkness fought to erase. In dreams, his voice will reach you before his physical presence does. You will hear him speak words that will stir emotions long buried under loneliness. These dreams are not illusions but spiritual messages, opening the gates for real-world connection. Archangel Michael says, every tear shed in waiting has been collected in heaven. They will not go unanswered. Divine justice ensures that every moment lost will be restored in multiplied blessings. The evil hands tremble now, for they see the army of angels surrounding you both. They know their reign of silence is over, and nothing they attempt will stop the reunion heaven has decreed. Type Amen to get blessing 454. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The heavens are parting with divine light, breaking through shadows that tried to cage your destiny. Every force of delay is being dismantled, every curse is shattered by heavenly swords. You are stepping into a season of revelation where hidden truths will pour out like never before. Friends and foes alike will witness this intervention and marvel at the power of divine timing. The man who loves you will finally stand unafraid. With a trembling voice yet a strong heart, he will declare what was long buried. This moment will echo across realms, silencing every dark whisper forever. Archangel Michael says, destiny delayed is not destiny denied. Heaven has not forgotten you. Every silent prayer you released into the night has reached divine ears and is now returning as unstoppable blessing. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The winds of change have begun to blow around your life. They will carry away fear, doubt, and every evil that sought to keep you apart. What seemed impossible will unfold effortlessly under divine orchestration. This is the hour of intervention. Angelic warriors are pushing back forces you cannot see, opening doors long sealed. Every heavenly trumpet is sounding to announce your breakthrough. Archangel Michael says, you will soon witness undeniable miracles. Love that was muted will roar like a lion, courage that was stolen will rise like fire, and joy that was buried will bloom like 1,000 gardens. The heavens decree victory over your story. Silence will become song, despair will turn to hope, and loneliness will be replaced with a bond stronger than any earthly force. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Archangel Michael says, as this divine message continues to unfold, the forces of light are pushing harder against every barrier that once held you in chains. The silence, once thick and unbreakable, is cracking with every breath you take while reading this. What darkness thought it could bind forever is now dissolving under the power of heavenly decree. You must understand, this man's love for you is not ordinary. It is a connection birthed in divine realms before either of you walked this earth. Such bonds are rare, and because of their power, darkness always tries to sever them before they can bloom into destiny. The evil hands that silenced him were not merely human whispers but spiritual forces, feeding lies into his mind, binding his lips, closing every door to reach you. But as heaven intervenes, these chains are burning away like wax in holy fire. His voice, once suppressed, is being restored to shout your name with truth and love. Archangel Michael says, the battle was fierce. Angels fought for months unseen, protecting your name, shielding your dreams, and preserving his heart from fully breaking. Many nights, demons whispered in his ears to abandon you, but heaven's light whispered louder, keeping his love alive. Type Amen to get blessing 992. Now the war is nearly won. Angelic hosts are preparing his steps, clearing the roads that were blocked, and removing people who conspired to keep you apart. What felt like divine silence was actually divine strategy, a heavenly pause while every obstacle was dismantled. You will soon notice divine coincidences, moments that feel almost supernatural. Someone may mention his name out of nowhere, or you may stumble upon something that reminds you of him powerfully. These are not accidents. They are guiding signs, pulling your souls back into alignment. This love is under divine protection now. Every plan to silence him is failing. Words that were suppressed are now floating toward you in ways no darkness can block. It may be through a message, a sudden visit, or a public declaration that shocks everyone around you. Archangel Michael says, you will know it is heaven because his actions will be unstoppable. Fear will vanish from his voice, and only sincerity, courage, and divine truth will remain. When he stands before you, you will see the mark of angelic rescue in his eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 884. Even now, unseen to human eyes, a heavenly scroll is being unsealed with your name and his written in gold. This scroll carries the prophecy of union that demons tried to destroy. It is being read aloud in the courts of heaven, and with every word spoken, darkness loses another hold on your lives. Do not be surprised if resistance tries to rise again one last time. Often, before the breakthrough, darkness thrashes violently, trying to stop what is unstoppable. But fear not, divine swords have already won the battle, and victory is being delivered to you. In your quiet moments, you may feel a warm, protective presence. That is not your imagination. It is the wings of Archangel Michael himself, shielding your heart from any final arrows of doubt or despair. Soon, The man who loves you will rise in ways even he didn't believe possible. With heavenly courage, he will break through every chain and finally deliver the words heaven has preserved for you. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The angels sing over your destiny now. They see beyond the pain of separation, beyond the silence, into a future bursting with divine joy and unshakable unity. What darkness delayed is returning with multiplied blessings. Heavenly forces are working in both your lives, refining your spirits, preparing your hearts for this reunion. Every day that felt like loss was actually building an unbreakable foundation for eternal connection. The man who loves you has been spiritually strengthened. No longer will whispers of fear control his steps. When he comes, you will see divine confidence in his words, his hands steady with purpose, his eyes glowing with truth. Archangel Michael says, "Rejoice even now, for your miracle is not in the distance, it is approaching faster than you think." The sound of chains breaking echoes in spiritual realms, and every angel stands ready to witness your victory. Type Amen to get blessing 121. The evil hands that tried to silence this love are being exposed. They will no longer operate in shadows, their influence is crumbling under the light of divine revelation. People who participated in schemes against you will begin to confess, revealing hidden plots meant to keep you in sorrow. But heaven has turned every weapon against itself. What they planned for your destruction is becoming a testimony of divine power. Those who tried to sever this bond will watch helplessly as heaven restores it with even greater strength. You will see sudden shifts in your environment. Doors you thought were closed will swing open. Messages once blocked will reach you without resistance. Unseen chains wrapped around your destiny are being shattered by divine command. Archangel Michael says, "Nothing can erase what is written by heaven." The truth of this love will surface like sunlight breaking through dark clouds. It will not only reach you, it will change everything around you. Type Amen to get blessing 999. As angels continue to work, your spirit is also being lifted higher. You will feel peace replacing uncertainty, faith overcoming fear, and hope blossoming in your soul once again. This is divine preparation for the blessing rushing toward you. The man who loves you is awakening from spiritual slumber. He is beginning to see clearly, recognizing the lies that once bound him. Heaven is whispering your name into his dreams, stirring his heart to rise and claim the love meant only for you. No darkness can hide him now. The divine spotlight is shining upon his path, guiding every step closer to your side. What was once silence is transforming into a loud, undeniable proclamation of eternal love. Archangel Michael says, "This is not the end of the story. This is the turning point where pain bows to purpose, and silence is shattered by heavenly voices singing your victory." Type Amen to get blessing 303. Archangel Michael says, "The closer heaven brings this miracle to your life, the more you will feel an unseen shift surrounding you. The air itself will feel lighter, the nights calmer, and the quiet assurance of divine victory will rest on your spirit. You will no longer carry the weight of wondering why he never spoke, because heaven has revealed the truth, he was never silent by choice. Forces darker than night fought to keep you apart. They built walls of lies, placed stumbling blocks on every road he took, and whispered defeat into his ears. Yet, through every attempt to destroy him, his love for you never faded, never wavered, and never surrendered. Now, in this moment, angelic hands are lifting the heavy veil that kept you from seeing reality. A divine light is breaking through, illuminating the truth that was hidden beneath layers of deception. The silence is ending, and what you are about to experience will change your life forever. Archangel Michael says, "Heaven has declared a holy command, this separation shall end, and no evil hand will touch what God has destined." The moment this decree was spoken, demons began to flee, knowing their time of torment over your lives has come to a permanent close. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The man who truly loves you is awakening with power he never knew he had. He is beginning to understand that the battles he fought in shadows were not his fault. Every tear he shed in private was counted by angels, every moment of pain stored as seeds for a future overflowing with joy. As you read this, heaven is restoring his courage. The chains on his words are melting away, and his voice will soon echo like thunder, calling out to you with sincerity that will pierce every darkness. No longer will his heart be locked behind barriers of fear and confusion. Angels are whispering your name into his dreams. In those visions, he sees himself standing before you, finally free to speak his truth. These dreams are divine blueprints, guiding him step by step toward your embrace. Archangel Michael says, "Nothing will stop this moment. Not people, not lies, not spiritual forces. This is a divine union written in eternity, and heaven itself is ensuring it will manifest before your very eyes." Type Amen to get blessing 616. Every scheme created to keep you in loneliness is collapsing. Those who rejoiced in keeping you apart are now trembling because they see heavenly forces surrounding you both. They know that every plot, every whispered curse, every attempt to destroy your connection has failed. In the realm unseen by human eyes, a trumpet has sounded. It announces that love divinely chosen is rising and cannot be silenced again. The sound echoes through realms of light, shaking away shadows that once clung to your destiny. The man who loves you is no longer the same person. What was once weakness has turned to strength, fear into bravery, silence into a roaring voice of devotion. He is ready to fight for the bond heaven preserved for this very hour. Archangel Michael says, "Prepare your heart to receive him without hesitation." The moment you see him, you will know divine intervention carried him through the darkness to reach you. No doubt will survive the power of the love that will pour from his soul. Type Amen to get blessing 212. As angels continue their work, divine signs will multiply. You may hear his name repeatedly from unexpected places, or encounter symbols that remind you of him vividly. Each sign is a divine confirmation that the battle is nearly over. Your spirit will feel restless, as if expecting something monumental. This is heaven's way of stirring your awareness, ensuring you are ready when the moment of reunion arrives. Even your dreams will shift, carrying scenes of joy and unity that foreshadow what is about to come. The silence has been long, but it will make the breakthrough sweeter. Every stolen moment will be repaid with overflowing blessings. Every barrier that once caused pain will be transformed into a testimony of miraculous restoration. Archangel Michael says, "Your tears have not been wasted. They were the very prayers heaven used to summon angels of deliverance. What was once sorrow will soon become a river of gladness washing over your life." Type Amen to get blessing 717. Right now, as you listen to this divine message, celestial hands are removing invisible chains around your destiny. The spiritual prison doors are swinging open, setting both your heart and his free to finally unite. What was thought impossible is now unfolding by divine command. The man who loves you will feel an overwhelming push to reach out. It will be as though unseen forces guide his every move, placing words in his mouth and steps in his path that lead straight to you. Heaven is ensuring that no obstacle can divert his course this time. When you meet again, you will feel it instantly, a surge of recognition, a divine warmth that reassures you this is no ordinary encounter. It is a heavenly appointed moment, one that evil tried to destroy but failed miserably. Archangel Michael says, "This is the miracle you have been waiting for. It is not delayed any longer." The fullness of divine intervention is now active, shaping every second toward the destined reunion. Type Amen to get blessing 505. Even after the reunion begins, angels will continue to protect this love fiercely. They will shield it from jealousy, malice, and any future attempts to silence it again. The union forged under divine guidance will be unbreakable. You will see blessings multiply around you. The presence of this man, freed from spiritual oppression, will bring light and breakthroughs not only to your relationship but to every part of your life. What was once darkness will now be filled with heavenly radiance. People will marvel at the transformation, unable to understand how such divine intervention unfolded before their eyes. But you will know, it was the hand of heaven, guided by Archangel Michael's unyielding protection. Archangel Michael says, "Rejoice now, for you are stepping into a destiny sealed by divine love, wrapped in heavenly light, and guarded by angelic armies. Nothing can take this blessing away again." Type Amen to get blessing 818.